Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is me and my boy drifting a hole in a railroad spike to make an old school looking tomahawk. And it actually worked out rather well on this one. This is a couple of blades ahead. I skipped a little bit, but I believe this will make blade 5. I did not record enough when I made a straight razor that came out pretty good, and maybe one other knife that I made with Lucius, but I didn't record that either. So, enjoy. One thing you might notice is a dramatic increase in my level of confidence. My hammer strikes are much more precise, much flatter. I'm a lot more used to working with the hot metal. I don't drop it personally nearly as much as I used to, and I got the forge dialed in rather well. And I think that's the biggest thing. I've made enough at this point, and I've beaten on enough metal for hours and hours and hours now that I'm just more confident. I go into a project feeling that it's going to be successful and having a good feeling about everything that I do. I'm making good decisions, and it also seems that every knife I make is some kind of problem solved, and it really is an exercise in problem solving. And each time there are new things to figure out. This I had no idea what I was doing with drifting the hole. And when I was putting the handle on and using the wedge, I had no idea how to do that. I just saw a video, so I tried it. And it worked out rather well. I did have to rehandle it once, but nothing's perfect the first time, it seems. So the confidence level is raising very quickly, and I'm getting much, much better at this. And right now, currently, I think I'm on blade 12 or 15, something like that. And it just keeps going well. I've only failed once or twice, although I've failed at forge welding a few times. So every project is something to learn from. And once I finish one project, literally, the handle's done, it's stained, or I went ahead and treated the metal, I go right back out to the forge and start grabbing some metal and cleaning it up and throwing it in the forge. It really is a lot of fun, and it really is a good time. Remember, I'm doing this to get on Forged in Fire come November, and that's my wish. That's the goal here. So I got to keep working, keep trying hard, keep learning. So when I get on the show, if I get on the show, I don't make a fool of myself, and I do okay.
Sometimes it's not pretty.
Now you can see in this time lapse that I'm forming the head of the axe, and I'm putting the curve in that spike, and just trying to make it look cool and get that bearded axe look about it, that little that tomahawk beard, which looks so cool. And once again, doing every stroke is with confidence for the most part, although I did get the drift stuck and that caused some issues, but you know what? Mistakes happen. just finishing up the grind, getting things tight, right and tight, and making sure the profile's good. And I left some of the slag on just to give it that aged look. And I also am doing some welding here, adding some metal to that ring near the drift hole because I was a little thin. As you'll see some of my mistakes I go through in the next section of the video. But this is just making the last bit, getting it good, and trying not to screw it up, basically. You won't see the heat treat on this one because I didn't have good video of it, but it was heat treated and then tempered for 3 hours at 400 degrees. Now I'm starting to handle. Well, just about. I will in just a moment pull out some wood to start the handle and get shaped and work on getting that wedge in correctly so it stays. And it worked out pretty good. Overall, I'm mostly happy. This is the tomahawk made from a railroad tie. My first attempt. I've seen several of these videos on YouTube when they make these things, battle axes and combat axes and whatnot. So I made a little tomahawk. Pretty stoked about it. Very simple handle. Just gave it a little bit of color. Might do some more later on. My first time ever wedging. Let's go over some of the mistakes I made here. If you look directly down the line here, you can see this. The bottom part of this axe is a little off. It's not perfectly centered with the actual handle, and I think that's mostly because when I drifted my hole, which was my first time attempting to do so, it was a little off center, and I actually had to add a little bit of metal to it with the welding that you saw earlier in the video, and so that's a little off, which sets off the whole balance of this thing. But overall, it swings pretty good. I did just like I've seen on other videos, with the split down the middle, and then the wedge in with wood glue, and I think that's going to hold it on. And I kept it rough. I wanted to have hammer marks and make it look tough, as if what you would find in maybe a travel or war pack if you were a Native American. So that's what I went for. So we're gonna go do a little bit of light testing, Lucius and I, and we're gonna go from here. Let's go.
Alright.
Let's chop some wood up.
Yeah. Do I keep on recording? Okay.
See if we fail here.
Ooh. Yeah, that's good.
Not the best piece of wood to check. Check it on. Oh yeah. I'd say it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That lopped that branch right off. No damage to the tip at all. Now for the fun part.
Throwing it?
Try a toss.
Oh god. Great. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
About right
That's not gonna be good.
That's perfectly fine.
Really?
Well, there you have it. My first tomahawk. My first time drifting a hole that big in that kind of handled weapon. It was fantastic. It worked out rather well. It stayed together, and I'm pretty proud of it. Thanks for watching. Click to subscribe. Check out some other videos. I appreciate it. Peace.